What are the, like, can you give little teasers of what people can expect?
Uh, there are periods when we had, what I say in the book, rewarding personal experiences that vacillated to some very terrifying, disturbing events, especially when we were in Lancaster. Frank was a senior in high school and I was a freshman. And we used to walk to school together almost every day, and we'd walk home after school every day. I mean, this is when we were big boys. We did that a lot when we were little kids, too. And in my book, I have pictures of Frank and me that I don't think have been seen before. One example was one day I was waiting for him out in front of the school, and he came walking out, and he had a paper towel in his mouth that was bloody. So, what's going on here? He said he was jumped in the gym by some guys because I guess a few days before that, I had been assaulted by a teacher in woodshop. And the teacher finally realized that he shouldn't have done that, and he let me go, and I ran out and I found Frank and I told him about it, and he came back in and confronted the teacher, and that ended where we were both kicked out of school for a few days. But the kids that beat him up in the gym were in demolay, and they were told him that they didn't like what he had done to this teacher in woodshop, and that he'd better not do that again. So we walked home, and my father, who played a very important role in Frank's development, my mom wouldn't tell him what had happened because my dad would have gotten even more upset, because he had to actually come and talk to the principal about the incident with the woodshop teacher and Frank and me. So Frank never really had a way to deal with that. So we went to school the next couple of days, but nobody bothered him after that. And we thought it was kind of weird. And one day, one of the demolay boys that was in on the fight told him that they apologized and that they would not bother him again. And Frank said, "Why?" And the kid said, "You don't need to know, but we're just not going to bother with you anymore." There were members in the band who were also on the football team. These were the black kids that lived out in an area called Sun Village, outside of the center of Lancaster, where most of the African American kids had to live. They didn't live in the center of the city, in the suburbs and in the developments. And I always thought, and I never knew that for sure, but I always thought that maybe some of those kids had said to the demolay, "Do anything to him, we'll do it to you." So just little things like that. There were other stories, there were other incidents in the book, but like that.